You're proof that you can turn a hoe into a Househo. Part 1. It was 5 years ago when I saw her. Introduced by a roommate to this beautiful punk girl. I was bashful just drawing at the bar. She promptly got in my personal space and seized my sketch. This is great, she said, as she patted my arm and smiled. The night went on, I opened up, and then we talked until the lights turned off for last call. She fluffed her locks and exhaled. When asking her what was up, she told me that she had been excited to shave her head. It was then that I found my way in. Well, I have scissors at my place. She smiled and replied, oh do you? We ended up back at my place. As I'm shaving her head, she starts noticeably shifting her legs. At that hour, we were both feeling weary. I didn't want to be just another drunk guy to cuddle with, so I just gave her a blanket and a pillow for the couch. She kissed my cheek, said goodnight, and went to bed. The next morning she woke me with a gentle hand and I jumped forward, half scared. Then she gave me a smooch and it was super romantic. We ended up in bed all day, watching cartoons, sharing music, laughing, and cuddling. You're proof that you can turn a hoe into a Househo. Part 2. I had never experienced a good time like hers, with a twat so flexible, it was like I forgot my whole body. I really enjoyed it and was very into it. After several weeks of hangouts we made it official. The playtime went full swing. When my roommates weren't home she'd tie a ribbon around my cock and lead me around the house by it. There were times where I felt so excited, that by the time she'd loosen up and spread her legs I would act like an animal. Thrusting that juicy hole with all my might. A year passed, and I knew everything about her. She knew my worries, I knew hers. When suddenly once we were going at it, she started shedding a tear. Of course I was curious so I stopped and asked what was going on. Worried I had just messed everything up. I've never once been this dedicated to anyone. You make me so joyful. Not just because of the hugs, but because you actually hold me. You don't treat me like a hoe. You treat me like I want to be treated. Almost every other relationship I had, I was a hoe. You are proof that hard work can turn a hoe into a homeowner. We now have a 3-year-old lad.